Welcome to the Twila Zone. You're here with Miss Twila. I am getting my wings wet and starting this web series. And so this has been something on my heart for about 5 years in the making. And I've played with this. I started out like 100 different times trying to get this right. So hopefully this is going to be the right formula for me. I have a lot on my mind. Some wisdoms that I just want to share with you guys, and it's all coming out of love. I'll start by saying that I believe in God, okay, but not in the way that most people think. I believe in God, but not the God that is preached in the popular Judeo-Christian way. I believe in a God that loves everybody. I believe in a God that has set in place universal laws for us all to access. I believe in a God that loves gay people, murderers, everybody. When he said everybody, I believe he meant everybody without exception. So just to get that out of the way, if you hear me refer to God, it's never, ever in judgment. Like I want us as a society, as a community of people to take the word God back from the church. They've hijacked God, and I want us to be able to use that freely and openly. And I'll make another video to explain exactly what I mean, but I just want to get that out of the way because I don't want anybody to feel like they can't come and listen to what I'm saying because they don't subscribe to a specific religion, okay, or a specific belief system. That was like number one on my mind as I went over this 5 years in the making, is like I needed it to be all inclusive. So I want you to know that when and if I use God, that's what I mean. I would not worship the God that they preach in church. I wouldn't myself. And I've been in the Christian faith for 16 years. So we'll get into that. You'll get to know me as things go along, and you'll get to understand where my spirit is coming from. But today, specifically, I want to talk about a topic that's very heavy on my heart. Now, my content will be simple, but not easy. There'll be some things that we know all about, but it may not be easy to digest. It may not be an easy thing to listen to. I'm just saying it may not be. For some people, it'll be second nature and it'll be fine. But I just want you to know that I'm frank, I'm upfront. I may say a curse word, so maybe it's not children's content. And, you know, I don't hold any punches. You know, anybody who knows me knows that I don't hold punches. I'll just give it to you straight, and then we talk about it like adults. Okay. So today specifically, I woke up and I was thinking about, you know, the men and women out there who are stuck in abusive relationships. Okay. And I mean abusive in all ways. Like if someone is literally beating you, if someone is verbally abusing you, if someone is emotionally abusing you, spiritually abusing you, in those types of relationship. And I am talking about husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, intimacy relationships. I mean, you could be getting abused in relationships that are not intimate, you know, like boss to employee or mother to daughter, things like that. So I'm talking specifically about couples and relationships and abuse. So if you're in that situation currently, or if you know someone in that situation, this video is for you or them. I'll be honest with you. I mean, when I was in my teenage years, I had a boyfriend who tried to be physically abusive with me. He hit me one time, and that was the last time. And I'm not giving myself any credit for that. I'm just saying that, like, that was not my pattern, to have someone who was going to put their hands on me. That wasn't my pattern. I had other ways of getting my abuse, but we'll get into that later. But hitting was not my pattern. So I can't completely identify with what you're going through on that level, but I understand some of the emotions that go along with it. And I'm just going to give you my opinion, and I'm going to hopefully help you to move yourself in the right direction. Okay. So, number one, if it is possible, at all possible, if you feel safe enough, if you have a place, if you know someone you can go to, remove yourself from that situation. Now, I'm not saying leave your man and don't put up with that. That's a whole different thing. You know, I understand that you love this person, and they probably in their own way loves you. If you didn't love them, you wouldn't be with them. And you know, I know everybody has told you, you just need to leave him, he's not worth it, blah blah blah, and we all say that with so much ease, but the bottom line is there's an entanglement here with you guys, and it has to be worked out in a way that works for you. So if you're ready, if at all possible, if you have the means, if you feel safe, I would strongly suggest remove yourself. I'm not saying break up, just remove yourself. Why am I saying that? Because that will give you time to think properly. When you're in a place where you're constantly in fear, constantly in panic, constantly in anxiety or in anticipation of the next angry outburst from your partner, you cannot relax, you cannot breathe, you cannot think clearly, okay? Because the body is in angst. And when the body is in survival mode, it can only do one thing, and that is survive, okay? So you won't be able to think clearly unless you remove yourself from the situation. Is the relationship salvageable? Maybe, but we won't know that until you get outside of it so that you can think clearly and make the right decisions for yourself, okay? So that's my number one advice. Get out if you can so that we can think clearly. If you cannot get out and you know, it's not time, and I don't mean just not time, you know, because you don't have the resources, but maybe mentally, emotionally, you just can't do that yet. And I understand that. The second thing I would say is find a time, a moment, or a period of time in your day where you do feel safe. So for most people, I would tell them, you know, just so you know, I was a care counselor at my congregation. So when I say most people, I would say my past clients, people that I've dealt with, I would tell, and people that I give advice to in my family, like I'm kind of the, you know, the go-to advice girl. So what I would tell them is when you're laying in bed, you know, and your spouse or your significant other, whoever it is, who is the abuser, is gone to sleep, and you're laying there, or you have a moment in your home where you know that person is not likely to have an episode, that is the time that you could pick to feel safe. I want you to find a moment where you feel safe, where you're not in angst, you're not in anticipation of something bad happening, and just lay with that feeling. Even if he has to sleep and you just lay there and close your eyes and breathe and let your body remember what it feels like to be safe, what it feels like to not be upset. I want you to remember that feeling as much as you possibly can. Remind yourself. And in your head, just say to yourself, oh, okay, this is how it feels. I remember. Just lay there. Spend as much time doing that as you can. Do not tell your partner what you're doing. This is for you. This is for your benefit and for your safety and for your progress. He doesn't need to know. Just lay there and feel safe. Remember what it feels like. And then I want you to start to think about times before this relationship where you felt safe. either with him or without him, it doesn't matter. What I don't want you to do is go back to the good times you guys had before. Because what I want to say about that is you met this person's representative, okay? He or she had a persona that she put on or that he put on that he knew would draw you into the relationship. And I hear women say this all the time, but he was so nice. When we first met, he took me out. He bought me everything. He knew how to bait you into this relationship. It's a skill that he developed to pull someone in and to say, come with me. This is a place where you can be safe before they unleash this fury on you. And I'm going to get into what that theory is and all of that. So just stay with me through this video, okay? Just try to stay with me. I know I come from a trauma background, so I know when you start to hear these things, you can get triggered, you can be easily distracted, and it doesn't feel good to hear it. But please just stay with me, because I promise if you listen to the end of the video, you're going to feel freer. You're going to feel like you've made some progress. And you're going to feel empowered, like there's something that you can do. I'm not empowering you. You already have the power. I'm just reminding you of what it is, okay? So whatever it is that they did to get you into that relationship, it was not who they are. So I think women keep telling ourselves, oh, but I remember something underneath him is, if you just got to know him, he would, it was a trick. It was a trick. And it's not his fault, because the child inside of him is trying to recreate a situation where he could feel empowered and powerful. And he's trying to do that with you. And the child inside of you is trying to recreate a situation or a relationship where you can be acknowledged for being the one who was good enough, the one who stayed, the one who could be depended on. I don't know if you're trying to recreate it from your mother or your father, but somewhere in your life, you felt like if they could just see me, they would see that I loved them, and then they would fill in the blank. They would stay, they wouldn't leave, they wouldn't beat me, they wouldn't mistreat me, they wouldn't, whatever it is that happened to you, and I don't know. But what I do know is when we get into these patterns of attracting people who are abusive to us, it's usually because we're trying to recreate a relationship that was broken in our past. So I don't know where that is for you, but I know that it is true. Okay. So now you're laying there in bed, you're remembering times before the relationship with him, possibly where you were safe, where you felt secure, where you were happy, okay? Where your life was your own, you were moving in your own direction, okay? And you're just gonna, I want you to do this because once the mind starts to experience something, whether it's in life or in your imagination, the brain will start to say, this is where we need to go, okay? Now, what I said was like really simple, but super deep. Whether you're doing it in real life or you're doing it in your imagination, when the brain identifies a place or a situation where you feel you're at your best, it will start to move you in that direction, okay? That can be for the good or for the bad. So I want you to remember times when you were feeling good. Also, I would like for you, while you're laying there next to your spouse, to be sending them light and love. You're just sending them thoughts of, I love you. I want you to be happy. I want you to feel better. I want us to be at peace. I want peace in my home. You're not saying this out loud. You're sending it soul to soul, okay? Spirit to spirit, because he's sleeping. He's in a state of theta. He's in a state where his natural man can't get involved and block things. I'm going to tell you once again, do not tell your spouse that you're doing this. because if you do, they can block it with their own spirit. Okay. But if they don't know, and you're just, doing this while you're laying there, then your soul is communicating with their soul. All right. And you're sending them goodness and happiness and joy and peace. And it works. You got to trust me. Okay. I'm going to get into the details and other videos of like how it works and what do you have to do to make it. We'll get into that. Just vibe with me, hang with me, and I'm going to get you there. But trust me in the meantime that this does work. You can send messages to other people. Has to be messages of love. Let's not send people messages of like whatever, angst. Send him messages of love. Speak directly to his soul, his or her. I'm talking to men and women because I know both men and women are in abusive relationships. Okay. So you're just thinking, I love you. I want you to be at peace. I want you to be kind. You're saying this soul to soul. Just think it and direct it towards that person. And I guarantee you will see a change. It may not be immediate. He's not going to wake up the next day and be like, oh, baby, I love you. I'm never going to hit you again. But over time, it will start to have an effect on that person. Because I believe ultimately what you want is for him or her to be good to you, to love each other, and to be in a fulfilling relationship and to be safe. Okay, so either that is going to work for him or her, or you are going to be making a plan to move on. Okay, this can be a 1-year plan. I don't want you to give it more than a year. I really don't. I really want you to get out as soon as possible. I want that person to change, but I would not give this more than a year. Within the seasonal cycle, if that person hasn't made a significant change, then it's definitely time for you to move on. I will say 2 things about that. Number 1, we are still going to have to do the work inside of you that attracted that person, because there's a pattern inside of you. And I've seen this happen over and over again, where women leave a man that was abusive and end up right back in another relationship with a different man who is also abusive, because there's something inside of you that is attracting these people to you. That is so hard to hear. I want to take a moment to recognize and breathe in. That is so hard to hear. Okay. But the more honest and authentic that we are with each other, the quicker we can get to the other side. And this is what I want ultimately. I want us all to be on the other side, living our best lives in joy and in peace. Okay. All right. So what else can you do? Number 1, on the other side of, besides the what you do in your peaceful time, you're going to start a small savings account. Whatever you can save. If you get $2.73 back from the store and he's not tracking that, you're going to put that in a sock or wherever you can store it for your getaway. Okay? Because a lot of women stay because they are financially bound to that person and they can't see a way out. They don't know how they're going to feed their kids. They don't know how they're going to pay rent, So you start. It's going to empower you in a lot of ways. It's going to remind you of your power in a lot of ways. Just trust me. It's going to remind you that you can take control of your life back. Even if the little money you save doesn't buy you anything but a Greyhound ticket out of town to your mama's house or wherever, start to put away a little bit of money. Again, you don't want to tell. You just want to sock it away. I also want to say, if anybody in your family or in your church or anywhere else tells you, well, you got to stay in this relationship because the Lord says blah, blah, blah. What page in the Bible is that? You send them right over here to Miss Twila, and I'm going to tell them. I'm going to read them the riot act, because nobody is supposed to stay in an abusive relationship. What page in the Bible is that says you have to stay while somebody's punching you in the face? So, dead that. That's over with. You have the right to be happy and to be free. Okay? You have a right. You did not give up your life so that somebody could take out their hostilities on you. No, that's not biblical, and that's not godly. And I don't want to hear it. Okay? Send them to me. Have them put a comment right down here on this video. Miss Twila, I say you have to da-da-da. And we'll go toe to toe. We will go toe to toe, because that is a lie. All right, back to being nice. Okay, so the next thing I want you to do while you're putting away your little bit of money, I want you to start to build relationships with other people. I want you to make some friendships, and I want you to be looking for somebody specific. I want you to be looking for a very strong person, a woman if you're a woman, a man if you're a man, somebody who is not going to take any BS. You know who I'm talking about, that type of girl, okay? A bad B. She doesn't put up with no crap. She's not afraid of your husband, and she will talk smack to him, and she will take you and your kids and get you up out of there. You want to be, if you don't have somebody like that, you want to be looking for somebody like that. You want to be creating friendships with different people and building your community and building yourself some people that will support you. If you don't have a support system, because I know a lot of these people like to take you out of town. Oh, let's move away from your family, right? They tuck you away. They create division in your relationships with your mom and dad or your sister or whoever might have supported you and might be able to pull you away. They'll somehow create a wedge between you. Oh, your sister, I don't like her. Oh, we can't go to your mom's house anymore. Like they have this whole plan. They have this whole plan to segregate you. The first thing they want to do is move you out of town or move you away, or, I don't want you talking to your brother no more because blah, blah, blah. They somehow screwed that relationship up so that you don't have anybody. So if they've done that, please silently, slowly start to reconnect. Reconnect with the people who support you. Yeah, they're going to probably talk trash, but they just love you and they just want you to be safe. And so if there's any way to reconnect, just reach out little by little, send a little text, you know what I mean? Delete the string so you don't get in big trouble. Do things safely, move safely. Because I know I'm talking to some people who this guy, you don't know what he might do. Like he actually might kill you. Like we've all seen the videos. We know what's possible. And I know there's a bunch of women sitting back like, well, I wouldn't break it. Well, I'm so proud of you. Good for you. But there are women out there who are not strong like you. And if you know somebody who's not strong, please don't judge them. Okay? Please be patient with them. I'm talking to family members. Like, please don't isolate them. Okay? Be patient with them. They're gonna get there, but they need you. So please don't let them, oh, well, she can just da-da-da-da. Please don't do that, okay? Okay. I'm a crier, okay? I'm a very emotional person. I'm an empath. So you're gonna see me cry. If you follow me, you're gonna see me cry. Get ready, okay? I'm gonna try to hold it back because I don't really want you to see me cry because I don't like those kinds of emotions as much, but it might happen. Okay, so build your relationships. Start to get you some friendships. Start to put your money away, okay? This is the most important part. I don't know what happened between you and the church and God or whatever. If you're an atheist, if you're I don't know what your situation is. And I'm not talking religion. Whatever religion you're in will work. It will work. Okay? I don't care what they say. And I don't care who doesn't like it. I mean, God bless you. I have a video out for my haters. You can go and watch it. If you don't agree with what I have to say, go watch my video for haters. I've already got you locked down. So let's just go with the people who can't understand what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. I want you to connect with the divine. I want you to know that there is a power greater than yourself, a creator of this universe who loves you. And he is waiting to hear from you. He is available to help you escape. He is available to come in and change everything. Well, why didn't he keep me safe? And why? We'll get into all that, okay? Why? I'll give you the short version of it. We have free will. If we didn't have free will, then he would be a liar, okay? We can choose what we want, period. So why does this man choose to abuse you? You need to ask him. Why do you choose to stay? You need to ask yourself. But don't blame God. He didn't do it. He's there with you saying, daughter, son, talk to me. Let's get out of this. This is not how I planned things to go. Let's get out of this. So you can do this at the same time when you're laying in bed, sending the love, then you go up, you connect with the divine. And whatever that looks like for you. Hey, you can be like, you know what? I don't even believe in God. I don't know what Miss Twila's talking about. Screw you, blah, blah, blah. God can take it. If you're real, you need to prove yourself to me because I don't care. Yeah. Whatever you want to say, do that. Whatever feels good to you, do it. Because I guarantee you, he will answer you. Even if you cuss him out 10 days to Sunday, he will answer you. He will show up. He will show out in your life. I promise you that. You can, I'm serious. If you allow this divine spirit to move in your life, things can happen. Let me calm down because when I get talking about God, I get hyped. I go off. So let me calm down. But yeah, that's a practice that I want you to start. To start connecting with God and say, humbly, angrily, whatever way you want to approach, show me that you're real. Help me out of this situation. Show me that you're real. Help me out of this situation. I want to change. I give you permission to make changes in my life. And then see what happens. Leave me a comment. And I want to hear, I need to hear back from people how this is working for you. Okay, so leave me a comment. I'm hoping to build an online community of love bugs. I just want us all to love each other, enjoy life, get to the root of all the problems and get this crap up off of us so we can live on this beautiful planet the way God intended us to and enjoy it, really enjoy it. Just follow me because I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say about how we've been bamboozled into thinking that we should do this, that, and the third. And that's how you're going to have love and life and success. And it's all lies. And the system needs to be demolished. We'll get into that. Right now, I'm talking to my sweethearts that are stuck in these abusive relationships. So you're doing that. So what? You're saving your money. You are building relationships and building your community, and you are connecting with the divine. Okay. And then I want you to, if possible, if it's in your control, start to do things that feel good to you. If you used to do photography, go out and take some pictures. If you love to do hair, invite a friend over and do their hair. Figure out the things that you love to do and start to do them just a little bit. Start to reclaim your identity because I guarantee that you've spent so much time in this relationship trying to make this person happy, trying to make this person not angry, trying to make this person something other than what they are, which is an inside job. You will never be able to change them. You will never be able to change them. Let me repeat that. That is something they have to do themselves. I'm not being condescending. I love you. You can't change them. You cannot. No amount of love, no amount of tolerance, no amount of talking, no amount of staying, no amount of pleading, nothing. You will not be able to change them. They have to want to change and they have to do the work. And it's a lot of work. It's not an overnight thing. I mean, that's why they will have moments of like, oh, sweetheart, yeah, no, this time I promise I'm going to act right. They put back on that persona when they think they're going to lose you, when you actually might leave. They put that persona back on and it's on for like 2-3 days, maybe a month even. And then what? Boom, 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 boom. They're right back into their old behaviors because they know how to put on the persona. But that, what's up in there is what's causing them. Okay, so the fifth thing, and then I'm going to go over like the what attracted you both to each other. The fifth thing that I want you to do, okay, I want you to get an affirmation that feels good to you. Like, I am worthy of peace. I am worthy of safety. I am beautiful. I am whatever feels good to you. I'm a bad bee. I am. The I am statement is one of the most powerful statements in the universe. Whatever you say, I am, you are, okay? Like, I am so stupid. I am broke, okay? The I am statement. Watch your I ams. I am beautiful. I am worthy. I am successful. I am out of here. Whatever it is, find you an affirmation statement. Say it to yourself all the time. If you can put it up on your mirror, do it. If you have to put it in your purse or your wallet, do that. Tattoo it. Somehow get it in there. All of these things may seem like little simple things that don't mean anything, but really in the scheme of things, over a year, over some time, they mean everything. They will start to change your environment. You will start to change your life. You'll start to reclaim your power and you will start to be wanting something other than what you have right now. It does work. It will work. And together, I'm going to see your stories. You're going to come and do comments on my page or hit me up on Twitter or whatever it is. You're going to let me know, Miss Twila, what you told me worked. Thank you. I'm free. Okay. Or thank you. My husband has changed or whatever it is. Okay. Now let's talk about this attraction. So somewhere in our childhood, a relationship was severed. Okay, I don't know, it's different from that for everybody. A relationship was severed, and somehow you learned through either actually being told you're nothing or being shown you're nothing and by somebody else's behavior that you were not worth anything. You weren't worth change, you weren't worth time, you weren't worth money, you weren't worth effort. Okay, so you have a self-worth issue. So you've attracted that relationship in a partner, someone who mirrors on the outside what you feel on the inside. So when that person is abusing you in so many words and in so many ways, they're saying they're reflecting back to you or solidifying that feeling that you have, that self-worth feeling. Sometimes they say it outright. Sometimes they do it by cheating on you, telling you, oh, you need to lose some weight. Hold on just a second. I have someone at the door, of course. I'll be right back. So, little things like that happen when you're trying to spread good news, right? Like little interruptions and things. It's funny how we'll get into that. It's funny how the world works. So where was I? I was talking about how you all attracted each other. Okay. So, and for that person who is actually doing the abusing, oh, it's a lot, but I'll give you the quick and dirty. The quick and dirty is that that person feels like they're not worthy. They're thinking, oh, they're going to leave me. They don't really love me. No matter how much you tell that person you love them or how much you show them, they lack the ability to feel it because there's a block in there that says, nobody loves me really. And we keep thinking, oh, well, I'll love you and I'll show you. But really, they're incapable of feeling it. That's deep, but that's real. They cannot feel the love that you're trying to give them. So no matter what you do, they will never feel loved. It's a self-love issue. Okay. And they need to get in there and do the self-love work, knowing that they're worthy and that, yes, the one thing that you can possibly say to them that may get them to understand is that I see you and I love you in spite of your flaws. That might move the needle, but really it's something they have to do inside themselves, unfortunately. Okay. So that everything that you do feels like she doesn't love me. He doesn't love me. Everything that you do. You didn't put the dishes away, disrespectful, no love. You didn't greet them when they came in the door. Everything you do. That's why you're like, what? I didn't even do anything. Why is he pissed off now? I didn't say anything. Because everything you do reflects what they feel. That's why you can't fix that. You're never going to be able to fix that. How many times have you changed the way that you deal with them, thinking that if I do it this way, maybe he won't hit me? If I do it this way, he won't hit me. He says he wants me to do this. I'll do it. Maybe he won't do it. He won't be angry. And what happens? Same thing, right? So I'm telling you, don't think you can fix anybody. Okay. So, I moved my hair in the wrong direction. Have mercy. This thing. Okay. Oh, wait. I'm going to have to edit this part. Darn it. Okay, boom. So, now I forgot what I was going to say. All right, so to wrap this all up, let's go back and do a summary, right? So you're going to leave if you can. If you cannot leave, you're going to remember when you were safe, give your body an imaginatory feeling of being safe, being secure. Remember what that feels like. You're going to go and review your memories of when it was safe. You're also going to send love and light to your partner while you're in that space. You're also going to connect with the divine, ask for advice on how to get yourself free of this situation. You're also going to, on the physical side, you're going to sock away an escape money. You're going to build relationships with someone who will help you. And you're going to, I forgot what I said. You're going to build a relationship. You're going to get your affirmation together and you're going to do those things, okay? And I promise you at the end of this, if you've done all that, you're going to be in a position where you're going to feel better, you're going to be freer, and you're going to be able to get out, okay? Now, my love, if you feel like this person is going to take your life or the life of your children, will you please get up right now and go to the police station and get out of there? Nobody, no love, no relationship is worth your life or the life of your children. Okay? Please don't stay. Don't stay. Right? Please, I love you. Okay, so here's how this works. I want to do this for the rest of my life. I just want to come on these videos. I want to share my information. I do not want to go back to working a 9 to 5. I don't even want to do my online business, which I used to have before this. I would love to just do my videos. And so I want my channel to be monetized. How does that happen? I have to get the 1,000 subscribers. I have to have 4,000 hours of viewed. You have to watch my videos to the end. You have to like, smash the subscribe button, like they like to say, and watch the rest of my other videos. So I'll leave a link for you to do that. Also, if you want to gift me money, ask and you shall receive, right? My Cash App and my Venmo is linked in my bio. You can have a look at that. You can send whatever amount you want. And I appreciate it. I love you. I'm gonna shout you out if you do. Thank you so much. And thank you for coming to the channel. Thank you for rocking with me all the way through. I love you. And let's do this. Let's get down to the business of having a good life together. Okay. Thanks. Bye-bye.